Alrighty. Need to collect myself, collect my thoughts. For those of you who don't know, this is part 2 of a live stream I did today. There were some technical problems, and if you watch the first stream, which will be linked later, you can figure it out on your own what they were. This stream is primarily for my regular viewers. People like Megan, Simon, Nosh, Hello Hi 821, and a host of others. And forgive me if I haven't mentioned you. Hey, there's one of them. There's Megan. Hi, Megan. Good to see you. And there's Hello Hi. Okay. And there's Katayama. I can't forget you. Heck no. So I'm glad to see you guys are starting to show up. And as you can see, and Simon's back in front also. Simon, you don't know how often I use that joke. I actually made a decision not to use it when I came back live because that's one of my go-to lines. All right. So as I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bring the new viewers to this live stream what's going on. So let me see if I can encapsulate quickly. In the middle of June, 2 months ago, I had to go to the emergency room. As a result, I ended up in the hospital for 3 days. They assumed it was a cardiac problem. I wore a Zio monitor, a portable heart monitor, for 2 weeks. And then on Friday, 3 days ago, what this is Sunday, Monday, Sunday, Saturday, it's 3 days ago, I went to see the cardiologist, and their attitude is, it's no problem with your heart, not our worry. Go see your GP and have them figure it out, basically. I didn't say it to them directly, but I wasn't particularly happy with their conclusion and their solution as to how we were going to deal with this. But that's neither here nor there now. What I'm now getting at is that because of this problem of being in the hospital, I did not stream for 2 months straight. I had been streaming weekly since the beginning of the year for 6 months. This is my re-entry into live streaming. I'm not going to make any guarantees. I'm going to go back on the same schedule I was on. The only thing I can promise you is I'm going to try to get back in the swing of things and produce more content. Now, part of that content production includes more edited content. I did a lot of live streaming and very little edited content during those 6 months. Prior to going into the hospital, I had been on the road traveling for a week. I went from Orange County, California to Phoenix, Arizona, and then out in the middle of the desert between Phoenix and Flagstaff. Then I drove from there to Lake Havasu, California, and then I drove from there to Needles, California, and back to Orange County. Now, my trip to Phoenix and Havasu were planned. I was doing a story about a pie shop, a restaurant in the middle of the desert that is known for its pies. And so that story was pretty cool. And then from there, I went and did a story about Lake Havasu Bridge, which is the former London Bridge, built in, I think, originally in 1830 or 1833. And then in the 1960s, an entrepreneur was wanting to have an attraction that would bring people to Lake Havasu. So he bought the bridge, had it disassembled, and brought it over here and reassembled over a fake island. It was actually a peninsula. But what they did is they built the bridge over the peninsula, then they dug out the peninsula so they had this little island so they could have the bridge go over to it. Again, another interesting story. Then on my way back from Lake Havasu, I stopped in the city of Needles, which is on the border of California and Arizona, the Colorado River separates Arizona from California, to visit a very old friend. And as I drove out of Needles, I was about 30 minutes out, and suddenly my car died on me. And I ended up coasting down, and I was stuck for 5.5 hours in the middle of the desert on a place called, believe it or not, Water Road, where there was no water. And I did a story out there. I turn every little thing into a story if I can. And then I had to turn, that also into a story of the repair of my car, which cost me, it was over $5,000 to have a new engine put in. And I have these 4 stories that need to be edited, but because of the way I felt for the last 2 months, I have not done any work, or very little. And I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. And this live stream and this live stream that preceded it are the first tentative steps to getting back into my routine of content production. And as I have said already, this is primarily directed towards my regulars who have been watching. Especially those of you on the Discord server, I really appreciate your support. I appreciate all the support I get, whether you're on the server or not. But I like the server because then I can have direct interaction with my regulars. So if you want to support me in that way, go sign up. It doesn't cost you anything to be a member, and it's a way for us to communicate often in real time. Now, with that all being said, I'm sitting out on the side patio of my home, and as you can see behind me, I need to do some repairs. The lady I rent this house from needs to arrange to have her guy come out and repair that. And if that doesn't happen soon, well, I'll pull out my tools and I'll do it myself. That all being said, I want to take you inside and show you something, because I wasn't going to cover this topic in today's live stream, but since things got fouled up with the camera orientation in the previous stream, I want to go ahead and show you what's on the books now. So let's go inside. All right, so here we go. Swing the camera around. Show you the damaged face first. That's what I got to fix. It's dry rot. Well, that's neither here nor there. So here we go. So again, for those of you who are regulars, you know roughly where I edit from, which is just on the other side of those windows. And this has been my work area for several years now. And it's been a good spot, but the one downside is that in the summertime especially, this room gets hot. And I have a fan rolling right now, but in the afternoons, because this is on the south side of the house, this little corner can get mighty warm. And this is the computer that I normally work on. And this is the desk. And as you can see, I'm using a makeshift setup for a desk. That's an old kitchen table. And it's nice, but it's uneven because it's got tile work on it. So writing on it is often problematic. So I recently purchased a new desk, and I set it up on Friday. Actually, I set it up on Saturday, I guess. Now, the setup is not complete, but at least you're going to get an idea of what my new work area, my new office is going to be. This is my new office area. So this is the new desk that I set up. Now, this is my old iMac 10. iMac 10? Yeah, is it a 10? Yeah, 2010 is what I meant to say. So it's my 2010 iMac. The one you saw back there that I work on is a 2018, and the white one is a 2007. I keep it for certain reasons that I don't need to go into here. So we'll take a second here. I got my other fan going. Turn the camera around. Let's see here. Well, it's not exactly what you would call a particularly nice view, is it? The lighting is better, but the view sucks. I guess I have no choice. You know, part of me wants to shut the door because I don't want you to see. We'll go with that. I'm such a fanatic about having good I like good composition and good lighting. Yes, Megan, I agree with you. And in the future, this will be the area that I will do more of my live streams from, especially when I'm doing updates on video editing, and that sort of thing. And the other thing, true, Simon, it does. And I have one. I have a pretty big one. In fact, what the heck? Since things aren't going exactly the way I want them, what the hell, I'm just going to roll with it. I'm going to even show you my old bald head, huh? I'm going to take my hat out. It's too darn high. I'm sweating like a pig. Do pigs really sweat? I have no idea. And see, graphic gear. Yes, Nosh, you too. So now this is my office, and then over here, this is my photo studio where I do my photography for clients, portrait work, small product photography. And I have now I gotta remember what I did with my green screen. Oh, that's right. It should be over here in the closet, right? It sure should be hidden right behind that Amazon box. Let's see, is that it? Or is that? I do believe that's it, as it falls on the floor. Yes, it is. Let's see. Let's pop it open. Let's see what it will hide. Okay, so hang on. I turn the camera right back around, bring it up this way, and not going to live stream from the bathroom. Katayama, I love your sense of humor. I needed a good laugh. Yes, indeed it is. This is my green and blue screen. Let's see, what's that say? My cousin hires a photographer for our family that photos are horrible. Yeah, it sucks. There are a lot of people who call themselves photographers who aren't that good. And to be honest, I was one of those guys, 30, 40 years ago. You have to start somehow, some way. As long as they're not charging exorbitant prices and you're getting, some good image. But for me, that's history. I make good money now still. In fact, I'm supposed to be retired. I retired like 2 years ago. And one of my old clients, I shut down my studio. I had a studio, I had a brick and mortar building for 10 years. And I shut it down. I was going to retire. And an old client that I did work for, he lured me in. He says, would you mind coming over and we'll talk about this in the office, the other office, and I'll show you the green screen. He goes, I'm going to buy this 360 camera setup so he could do 360 photography for his website. And in fact, hey, why not? We'll set up the green screen while we're at it. Nothing up my sleeve. Ta-da! How's that, guys, huh? Is that a green screen or is that a green screen? There, fine. That hides the bathroom. God, look at that. Holy crud, I am sweating. All right, so anyway, the point is that he says, the company he was going to buy from was located, or is located. Katayama. Simon. You guys, you have no idea how happy you make me. It's so nice to be, talking to all of you again. Even it's just a small group of us. It's, you know, it's the group, the core group. So back to the story. Anyway, he asked me to come out and give my, you know, look at this piece of equipment and then give him my opinion whether or not it would do the job he wanted. So I did. We spent a day out there. It was, you know, like an hour from where I live, not even that, 45 minutes. And, you know, that was, you know, I didn't hear from him for like another 6 months. So, and then he says, well, I bought this equipment and we're going to set it up. And hang on, I want to relax in my chair. Oh yeah, that's better. I do like the lighting in here. Here, might as well show it to you. Let's see, not that lesson. Here we go. There you go. So I got two nice big windows there. So very convenient. What's also nice about this room is that it is much cooler because it's on the northeast side of the house. As a result, it's about 5 degrees cooler in here, and then with the fan going, of course I got the fan blocked by the green screen, so I'm going to change that. Give me a second. All right, come on. Don't fight me. There you go. Oh my, this is really a stream of consciousness video, isn't it, guys? I'm just rambling. You know, it's like sitting in my living room with me and shooting the breeze. Okay, back to the story about the coming out of retirement. So I go out, I check out the equipment. I say, yeah, it will do the job. It won't do the whole job, but it'll do some of what you want to do. Because the piece of equipment would not hold all the items that I shoot for him, and I'll explain that in a minute. 6 months go by. He calls me again. He says, "Hey, you know, I bought it. It's going to be delivered. They're going to set it up. Would you come out and kind of just check it out for me? You know, do some tests on it." Again, okay, no big deal. You know, I've been retired for a while. I'm having a good time. I'm living a carefree life, doing YouTube. And, you know, I have no real training on this thing. I learned by the seat of my pants, and I'm still learning. But I figured out how to do it. And I tell you, it's shooting 360 is not as easy as you think it would be, because every angle has to be lit evenly. And when you have, especially reflective parts, you have problems. So sometimes you can get, in our case, we usually shoot 36 images to get the total 360 event that we want. But sometimes you'll get 1 or 2 shots where it drops out part of the product that wasn't supposed to be dropped out. That's a headache. That's another story. Bottom line is, I figured out how to do this. And he says, "Well, hey, until we get somebody in here to operate this, would you mind, you know, coming on board for a little while?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. I'm retired. I don't really want to, you know." And he says, "Well, you know, this is somebody, of course, it's kind of like family to me. I really care about these people. I've known them for about 30 years. And, you know, he gave me a good, we worked out a good arrangement for what I was going to be compensated for my time. Also the fact that I set my own hours. I come and go as I please. I do about 15 to 18 hours a week. Lately I've been doing like from 8:30 to 2:30 in the afternoon, take an hour lunch. And I work 3-4 days a week right now. Sometimes I shift that because, you know, like if I want to do a story and it's something that's going to be done in the middle of the week, I say, "Hey, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to go off." And it's like when I did my 2 weeks out in the desert. That's what I did. I said, "Hey guys, I'm going to be gone. I'm going to go out and do some live streaming and some edited content out in Arizona and so on." No problem. Off I go. Hey, I hope it comes that way for you, Simon. Yeah, it's nice to be at this stage of my life. And again, if it wasn't for this issue I'm having with what I don't know, I don't know what's wrong, and that's really what bothers me. I don't know how serious it is, and I don't know how we're going to resolve it. I have this kind of attitude, though. It's like, damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. I'm not going to let this slow me down. Hell, I'll probably live stream my burial. Is that possible? All right, guys, close the casket. A little more. We're losing the light. Anyway, so that's the story there. So now, let me show you this current setup, and then I'm going to wrap up the stream by showing you some of the footage that I shot out in the desert when I got stranded out there 30 minutes from Needles, California. And like I said, I was out there for the ultimate buffering. Oh, I get it, Simon. Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. You guys make me smile. You really do. I needed this. You're cheering me up. Thank you, all of you. So I'm going to turn the camera around. Bing. Hey, look at that. You're actually seeing me and the camera in the reflection of the monitor. And this is a big monitor. I think it's a 27-inch monitor. Oh, yeah. Hey, speaking of that, Katayama, one of the things I did, I want to go over here so you can see my face. Or like that. Oh, whatever. That's just kind of weird, isn't it? There we go. We'll do it that way. I like this. It's kind of fun. It's because, let's see. It's like you're seeing the camera, but you get to see yours truly talking. But I have to talk into the reflection, right? So this is my 2010 iMac. It's, I believe, a 27-inch monitor, diagonally. And I'll pop it up. And as you can see, I was looking for a solution to the camera screen lock orientation. Now, how my camera got locked, I don't recall because, boom, I don't recall having changed it, but I must have because it was locked. Problem solved. That's all that counts at this point. So the problem with this computer is that all of my files are on external hard drives, but this computer does not have all the software on it now that I have installed on the other system. In fact, I don't use Adobe products like I used to. Yes, you're absolutely right, Katayama. I do need to clean the monitor. This has sat for 2 years unused. And as you can see, I used to use Adobe products exclusively, but I've gone to DaVinci Resolve and I like it much better. So I haven't touched, even though I'm still paying for it with the annual subscription, I only use it for occasionally After Effects and Photoshop. But, this gives you an idea of all the software that's on this system. But I got to bring this system up to date if I'm going to edit in here. And there's a part of me that wants to do that because of the large screen format, even though it's not, the resolution is not as high. However, I will probably bring in my 2018 Mac in here. The resolution is better. It's a slightly smaller screen, of course. And I'll put this out into the dining room work area and just use it for, surfing and chit-chatting like this. Oh, with that all being said and done, here's one of the reasons I keep this, by the way. For those of you who aren't aware of it, it used to be your computer came with a internal hard drive where you could burn DVDs and CDs. And I still like this technology, so I hang on to it. So I keep this monitor. Boom. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of this falderall. All right, so off we go to the other work area, and I'm going to show you a little bit of the new video that I'm working on now. As I said, I have a total of 4 to do. And two of them are in various stages of production. The other 2 are going to wait. They probably won't get worked on for a couple of months because I'm not going to rush on these. I used to rush my work And that's my attitude. It's like, you know what? If it takes me a month or two to edit, but I get a good product, that's what we're going to do. Alrighty, so I'm going to bring up the computer, put in the. All right. You know, it's a damn shame that for whatever reason, the signal in my neighborhood has degraded. I mean, one of the reasons I chose to do today, take 3. One of the reasons I chose to do today's live stream locally because I knew that the signal was going to be good. I really wanted to take, because of the weather's so nice, I wanted to take you down to the beach, down to the ocean. There I have about 4 great places. I could take you to Laguna Beach. I could take you to Dana Point. I could take you to Newport Beach. I could take you to Pirates Cove. All those are really cool locations. But I've streamed from all those places before, and the signal strength is spotty. And of course, the more people, the more signal strength is being used up. So, you know, the signal degrades. So I thought, okay, I'll do it locally. You know, we'll have a good signal. I want you to have a nice thing. And no, what we get poor signal. And then I somehow mess up the camera orientation. C'est la vie. At least I'm streaming again. Okay, so let me swing the camera around here for you and set it up so you can watch this and hear it. Hopefully I'll bring up the audio. I'm getting a little bit of a moire pattern here. At least you'll get a nice good shot. All right, so let's bring up the audio. All right, so let me set it up. I have now been stranded at this destination at this point for 5.5 hours, waiting for a tow truck to come and get me. Turns out there had been a major accident, and all the tow trucks that covered this geographic area, which is several hundred miles evidently, were busy dealing with it. And I think there were some fatalities, so, you know, that's sad for those people involved, so I'm not complaining. Fortunately, I did have some snacks and some water in the car with me, so I was okay. I was just bored. But this is when the tow truck was showing up. So here we go. Ah, all right, hang on. Of course, another misfire here. The audio was set to mute because I was testing something. So let me fix that because I want you to hear it. There's another spot I have to correct. Boom, right, take care of that one. All right, so we're gonna take 2, as the saying goes. Okay, Simon, you have a great Sunday as well, or is it Monday over there in Belgium? Anyway, we'll see y'all later.
Hallelujah! Yeah, what a cold front has shown up finally, and he brought me food and water. I'm in good shape. Let's watch prepared. Get my car loaded up.
There you go. And then I'll give you a little second piece here.
Go, folks. Going for a ride.
Now this will all get cut out because I don't like the wonky camera work.
Do it this way. I'll climb in, and then I'll shut the door.
But this is just for you guys anyway.
Whoop. We're on the road again. Just Ed and I. Right, Ed? That's right. Home again, more or less.
So it was a 30-minute ride from this point and back to Needles, and I was stuck in Needles for 2 days. And eventually I rented a U-Haul truck with a tow, the trailer, and towed my car back. And there you go. Let me swing the camera back around. So there you go. So that's it. So I've been at this 30 minutes. I guess that's enough. Thanks again for joining me. And if you're watching this in replay, if you enjoyed this, I encourage you to go check out some of my other videos, whether it's edited content or live stream. We have a Discord server. I'll put the link to the server in the description box below. And if all goes well, I'll be live streaming regularly. I won't be doing it once a week, I don't think, because I want to focus on editing right now and getting these projects complete. But I'm going to try and get back in. Oh, thank you, Katayama. Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty fun. For the, because you're going to see the the time and needles when I was hanging out with my friend for 2 days, my time in the hotel, the trip back, taking the car to the garage, having the car, that just getting the car repaired. That was 4 times they bought a motor to put into it. Because we completely replaced the motor. 4 times they bought the motor in. It came to them as the wrong motor. It was on the 5th motor they finally got it installed. Anyways, that's it, guys. Thanks again. See you guys in the future. Cheers.